Welcome back guys, we are back on the adults class server, and as you can see there's been a lot more digging going on. We have a full beacon. I ended up going and buying some iron. As you can also see, I'm now kitted out in full diamond gear. It's not the best yet, still needs some enchants on it, but I've been working on that. So yes, we have made diamonds, we found some down in the mines, and we've also been making a good wee profit off the rocket shop, which is absolutely awesome. So I bought a few stacks of iron blocks to fill the beacon out, and also made myself some gear, so that's good. But as you can see behind me, I've been a busy little boy, never mind the digging, just building this up. So we now have the basic of the trading hall down below here and I've also started up top on the first level of the iron farm. So I thought, you know what, we'll bring you in once I've got the building bit done, and we can start getting ready for putting in the beds, which will be the first thing we need to do, and then we can get going with the next layer, and eventually getting the villagers in and getting iron. These things behind me are so blooming expensive, and it's so hard to get it. But anyway, so as you can see, we have, if we go back down just now and we'll take a look, plop. So this is a 25 by 25 square that we have here. I have come back in and I've got the villager holding pens sort of marked out. So for these you come over 4 and then it's 1 space 1 and you do that right the way over. So I think it works out as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on every side. So you just need to make sure you've got this 4 spaces and it will equal 7 on each side and look nice and pretty. And that adds up to the 21 that we need to make this thing produce iron. I then found the centre and put in a wee chest up here. Then went round it. 9 hoppers all point into that chest, as you can see from below. We've got the spawning floor, so the main platform is 3 from the ground, so I have done a ring of concrete, some windows so we can see in, and then we've got the first platform. On that, what you're wanting to do is put a second ring in, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 wide, on top all the way around. And then what you're doing, we'll have the pillars going up to hold up the second floor, but round about it, these 3 blocks here are glass. It's kind of hard to see with my texture pack, but you can just about see the outline of them. That just stops anything spawning in the corners and lets the water flow nice. I've then gone round it, put in stairs. These are eventually going to be the water sources that push everything down into the middle. Gone with the diorite because we've got a lack of white stairs. Not too bothered, it's more just that if you look in the window it doesn't look out of place. This is going to have a facade around it to make it fit in with the base anyway, so it's not too big a deal. So I've then got the tower of hoppers that will be going up to the second floor. Mainly put that in because we're going to need that to start building off of for this layer. So first things first, you come up 1, 2, 3, stick some blocks on. I'm going to come out 3 from that. And we'll do that on every side, 1, 2, 3. And this is going to be the platform that we put the beds down on, so it can be any block you want because we're going to take it back out again. It's not going to stay, so we'll just fill these in. Do really need to get myself going and get a concrete converter in place because concrete is becoming a nightmare. I'm basically having to continually pillar up and knock it out. So let's grab the beds. So I've got 21 beds all made up, all nice and boring in white. And we'll drop some signs off just so I can get the last 2. So what we'll do is what I have seen done is you go 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if the layout pattern of the beds makes any difference, but when you can look in and see it, it's going to look a lot nicer. And that wasn't where I meant to put that. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we now have all the beds in, so we can rip out the concrete underneath and be careful not to smack the beds and dislodge them. There we go, so now we have a bunch of floating beds. We'll just pick up the concrete because it's kind of valuable right now. So that's us done. Now what I am going to do, chuck them in there, and we have signs. So what you want to do, not the bottom one, not the top one, but middle one, crouch place. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do that on all 4 sides. Like so, and then from there you want to come off the side of the ones on here. 1, 2, 3, then move over one and crouch again. 1, 2, and then last one, just 1 there, and do that on all sides as well. So we'll just quickly do that. Okay, so once you've got them all in, it should look something like that. It's not necessarily going to... You can pretty much do any pattern as long as it's a 4, 3, 2, 1 on the main of them all. But that's going to be what holds up your lava, because it'll travel 4 when you place it. So we're not going to put that in right now. I'm going to go and build the next level up from this, and then I'll bring you back in once I've done that, and we can do this all over again up top, just to make sure that we've got it right. Okay, so guys, we are back. I have now got the top floor in place as well. So you can see what we did there, and I've got the top in. It's the same basic pattern as below. It's the 25 by 25 square. You come in 4, we've got stairs round about it, and we've got, instead of having a pillar here, we've got these 4 blocks with glass on them. And I have got the ring of hoppers in the middle here. There is one under that as well, but I've got these in. So what we're going to do is we'll put the signs in on here. So this time, because we're underneath, we're just going to do 3 out. We don't need the 4 because the lava can sit on top instead of on the side, so it will still only be 4 that it's flowing. And that should be us finished with the bulk of the building work. Now we'll just need to get the lava in and then start working with the villagers. So if you haven't already watched my last video, we built a villager breeder. So I have been running that off of camera just in preparation. So I have lots of lovely villagers sitting in the nether right now, and it all should be adults by now, which makes things a bit easier for doing this, purely because babies don't bind to the workstations, so it means you have to hang about and wait, which is kind of boring. So the last thing we need to do, that should be what it looks like if you get it in a nice pattern. So it's only 3, 2, 1, which works quite nice. So last thing I need to do now is waterlog these, which should mean that it flows right the way down to there, and that'll push any of our stuff into the lava. And basically you just have to go around and waterlog every single stair block individually, which will take a bit of time obviously, but it's kind of the best way to do it, and it makes it work very nicely. So I'm going to pick those torches up and put them back down so I don't get anything nasty popping up while I am running about. I think what I'll probably do is I'll hang a little infinite water source here and then move it up to there when I do the top bit, but as always, that's kind of boring for you to watch, so we will jump back once I have done that. So see you in a minute. Okay, so we are now moving the first of our villagers over. So I've just rescued him from the pit at the villager breeder. So we're going to push him down the tunnel and hopefully get him out into the top of the iron farm. So let's just nudge him down. So another couple of nudges and he should go plop. There we go. So I will jump through the portal and he should be on the other side, and I'll show you what the setup is on this side for him. So I can come out without. So as you can see, what I've done, I broke the portal over there and I moved it up onto the first floor. I've also got the lava and all the water in now, so you can see that. So hopefully he'll move out and bind to this workstation. So basically to set up this as an iron farm, we need them on this level. So we start the village in this, around these beds on this level. So let's try and block them on. There we go, stop him going back through it. So hopefully at some point he should pick up that workstation and change into a Fletcher. So we'll just back off and give him some space and hopefully he will link up. May take a day cycle for that to happen, so we'll just wait and see. And while we're waiting on that, I will show you what I've got here. So I've just plonked the portal on the side there. I've got a wee box here to bring in the rest of them down there, save me moving the portal about. And up top, we'll show you what that looks like. He's still not. So up top you can see we also have got all the water in and we've got the lava sitting on top. So it's all ready to go. I put glass in the corners instead of pillars. I think I've shown you that already though, but never mind. So what we'll do is we'll let this have a day-night cycle and we will come back once he has bound to that table and we can start pulling more villagers through. Well, welcome back guys, and we're now complete, and I got a wee bit carried away and kind of finished the whole building, as you can see. So if we go back inside, I've now got all the villagers in. There is one space, I'll show you where he is in a minute. So yep, I've got all the villagers in. We've got them pretty much sorted. I've got all the ones I think I want. I don't think I need anything else. I can probably swap them out at some point if I do need them though. So I've got all my stonemasons, so now I should have, I've been levelling them up a bit off camera, so we do now have quite a lot with the quartz trade and the quartz pillars. So what have we got? Yeah, we've got plenty of those, and we've got some other useful ones like the lime terracotta, and we've got green I think as well. So the only one I missed out on that I wanted was the cyan terracotta, so I'm probably going to use the grey concrete instead, but never mind with that one. There's another pillar one that I haven't bothered unlocking. Pretty much got a good selection. We've got cartographer, we've got the cleric, we've got a farmer which we got lucky and he has got a carrot trade which will be excellent. Butcher, what are you, toolsmith, weaponsmith, got a good few. He didn't turn out the way I wanted them to, but never mind. And toolsmith's got quite a lot of the Fletchers, and I've gone for Fletchers and fishermen because string and sticks. I now have 2 string and stick farms because we have string coming in from this thing, and we've got the witch hut that generates sticks pretty quickly. Also got a leather worker just because of leather, cause on here we can smelt down the rotten flesh and turn it into leather, so it seems like a pretty valuable trade to have. So yep, we've got them all in. Basically moving them in, you just move them into the pen, plonk down their workstation, and you want them in water so they're bobbing up and down, because that stops them desinking from the beds that are up the stairs. If we grab some scaffolding, we can go up and have a look at what's up top. There we go. So yeah, it's pretty much as it was. I've just now got the wall. We'll talk about that in a minute. Got the walls in, the glass in, all that kind of stuff. So as you can see, my stonemason is up here for now. One thing I would say, if you're building this farm, is leave him in up here. He should be the first one you put in there with his workstation. I've got him floating just to stop him disconnecting from things. But put him in there with a workstation, and then he will be able to see these beds, and that's what creates the farm around the centre there. Move in all your other villagers down below, then take him out. I took him out 2 or 3 times and moved them down, and everything desinks and you stop getting golems spawning. So yep, I figured it was easier just to leave them there just now. I don't need them for anything. I've got plenty of other stonemasons giving me what I want. And then once I've made sure this is all up and running, we can shift them back down. They'll probably end up left there if I know me, but never mind. So yeah, that's one tip. If you're building this farm, just leave that guy till right at the end. And if we jump up, I went a bit mental with the roof on this one. I thought, you know what, I need to do something special with it. So yep, got glass iron golem face on the roof, which had to be done. I'm not sure, it may stay glass, I may carpet it instead, we'll see. I was hoping that the glass would show up on a map, so that when we got the map of the town we could have like pixel art rooftops on them all so you could see them all on the map, but the glass doesn't render right now anyway on Bedrock, so yeah, it's kind of lost, but it does look really cool. And I love the fact with the connected texture pack I've got, you don't have all the lines and stuff on it, so yeah, we'll see. I might keep it, I might not. But it is working very well. We'll grab up all that scaffolding because it's handy to have. And float back down. So as you can see, I've been doing quite a bit of trading, so I've started swapping out the iron blocks for the emerald ones, just because the iron's still really worthwhile for us. So I have been doing quite a bit of AFKing. It has been a good few days since we were talking, so if we pull out the valuables chest and have a look, so that one wasn't from here, that was from something else, but doing pretty well on the iron situation. Even doing pretty well on the emerald situation, considering I think that whole level, apart from those 3 gold blocks, is all emeralds as well, and that's all come from trading down here. So yeah, we're doing well. Well guys, that's going to do us for today. If you did like the video, do smash that thumbs up button. And as always, if you're enjoying the content, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Lets you get notified every time I post a video and all the things that we're doing over here on Adults Craft server, as an iron golem just magically spawns behind me and goes in. That was complete coincidence, by the way. I've not been sitting here for like 20 minutes at all. But yep, as always, we'll see you next time. And do one more thing. Got a big empty space in this quarter, so drop it down in the comments what you think I should build in here. I'm not sure what I want to put in, but there's plenty of space for another building, and this one wasn't as big as I thought it would be, so let me know down below what you think I should build, and any things that you would like to see me attempt to make in this amazing game. So anyway, thank you and goodbye.